Hello, David Zritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. Well, I'm in my bathroom right now for a very specific reason. You saw by the thumbnail, the beard. The beard is coming off, and it's coming off because I have a trip coming up very shortly where I'm going to be, number one, in a tropical atmosphere, and second of all, there's going to be pictures and videos taken that I want it to look a little bit more like I look most of the time, which is sans beard. This was grown not as a pandemic thing, but simply because it keeps my face warmer. Yeah, there's a practical reason. But today I figured, I can't do anything normal. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the pandemic. Maybe it's, being a Bond fan. But I'm going to be shaving off my beard a la Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, he looks, oh my gosh, he looks just like me. Now, now how can he make Prisoner of War look that sexy? I'm not doing it. But anyway, I'm going to be shaving off my beard just like he did in Die Another Day, or like he would have in our imaginations and in the movie. Practically speaking, I'm sure he used every technology known to man to get that beard off, or it was a fake beard, more than likely. But this is a real beard, and we're going to be using the Norelco Spectra XL, and we got to talk a little bit about this because, first of all, the scene from the movie is such a favorite scene when, Bond comes out of the drink and he goes into that hotel in his pajamas, which maybe he got from Target or Walmart, who knows, and walks up and just, immediately connects, wants to get his usual room. It is such a wonderful Bond moment, and it's such a Pierce Brosnan moment. He just does that so well. And then boom, before you know it, we've got product placement galore. We've got shirts, we've got Bollinger champagne, and of course we have the Norelco Spectra XL. And let me tell you something, you should absolutely know this. It wasn't just product placement in a movie. Back then during Die Another Day, I don't know if you know this, but there were commercials and packaging for this aplenty. Look at this packaging here. I mean, this was everywhere. You couldn't walk into a store, at least here in the States, and not see this shaver. And of course, as a collector and a lifestyle person of the Bond world, I had to buy this, and I did. I bought this back, got the correct one, screen accurate, so to speak. And I maybe used it a handful of times, but it's not for lack of commercialization of this. In fact, there is an insane 4-minute commercial about this shaver that took different parts of the Brosnan movies and connected them all together. In fact, it's so crazy and so wonderful. And if you follow this type of, merchandising and marketing and promotional stuff, you've got to see it. I'm going to put a link in the description section. Do me a favor, after you watch this video, watch this commercial. It's a 4-minute commercial, like highlighting this as like Bond's newest technology. It's insane. But we got to talk about some realities here before I get into this. This is not the best technology to shave your beard. Yeah, and those of you who have shaved a beard, sometimes you use a clipper to clip it down. There's also phases, so you got to take it down a little bit, then a little bit more, and there's much better things than this, and certainly this little clipper right here, which really isn't made for a beard. It's made to like clean up tiny little things. But you know something? I'm going hog wild. I'm going to shave my entire beard with this. I've alerted the local hospital in case they need to come and get me or remove this from my beard. But the nice thing is this has sensitive to normal shaving on here. But if I started like this, I'd be howling. You'd see a man in great pain. So you know what? Let's just jump into this. There's definitely a wrong way to do this, and I'm sure I'm going to do it. Okay, so here we go. Wish me luck. So, see the little clipper thing? I'm going to start by just bringing this down a little bit. And you can see the little hairs flying off. It's actually doing a pretty good job. I'm happily surprised. Let's just stop that for a moment. Assess. I mean, as far as taking it down, I knew it wasn't going to take it down to the skin, but not horrible. And the nice thing is, I don't know if it's nice, but you got to do this slow, or else I would be in a world of hurt. And by the way, for those that are going, David, don't shave the beard. It's only took me about a month and a week, maybe 5 weeks to shave to grow this beard. I've already cut it back once or thinned it out once. Okay, let's stop for a moment. So again, I'm not going to use the rotary. I'm just going to do a pass with this just to get it down to, you know, something that's a little bit controllable. If I use the rotary itself, the hairs would get in there and be like, and then, you know, blood and skin flying. And because you're not here to watch me bring it down phase one over the next, I don't know how long, I'm gonna cut it and we'll come back to you and see what it looks like. Magic. Okay, let's stop for a moment. So I've been at this not as long as I thought I was going to be. You can see that I brought it down a level. And you know, listen, when you have a beard for as long as I did, almost 2 months maybe, you know, you're going to have a little bit of skin eruption. It's not terrible, but you know, it's not just from the shaver, but it is a little bit from the shaver. I mean, this is 2001, 2002 technology. It's not state of the art today when I'm doing this, but it did bring it down pretty good. Wow, look at those mutton chops. I'm going to clean that up. And luckily, you know, this is perfect for cleaning up mutton chops. But you can see the phase one, bringing the beard down to like, you know, a pretty beefy 5 o'clock shadow is really good. Now, I kept this mustache for fun. But you know something, I'm creeping myself out. So the mustache is going to go before we do the sideburns. So let's do that. And again, I am like pleasantly surprised the job that this is doing. I mean, it's doing it much more efficiently than I thought. Oh my gosh, I can see my face. It's a miracle of modern science. Okay, so now we've got to clean up, and that's what this is really for. This is really to clean up little edges. It's not made to shave a big bushy beard. So let's make some sideburns that are a little bit more realistic. And by the way, you'll notice that I can shave in both directions with this clipper. It's got different utility up and down, but we'll clean this up. Oh wow, look at that side versus that. Wolverine, not Wolverine. Wolverine Cyclops. Wolverine Cyclops. So let's clean this up and then we'll come back to you about the next iteration. Okay, so now getting there. I mean, this is probably, you know, if I had several days growth, and then we can start to use the Norelco kind of the way it's supposed to be used, which are these rotaries. Okay? And by the way, I am not normally an electric shave person, but with electric shaving, you know, it's not an up and down motion like regular shavers. It's these short little motions like this. Take your time. You know, you want to enjoy the pomp and circumstance of shaving because it slows you down. You don't want to rush anything. Rushing's no fun. You can hurt yourself. And the rotary is doing a nice job doing this type of length. Now, again, I don't find, at least for my beard, an electric shave gets me as close as, you know, I would want to. But you can see right here, it's taken it down quite a bit. So let's do the other side. Getting it going. Now I'm probably going to have a little bit of irritation after this. I usually do with an electric shaver, but we're trying to be as authentically die another day as possible. So let's do a quick round and then we'll see what we have before us. So one of the things you want to do if you're doing the neck or difficult contours like the jawline is you want to stretch the skin. This way you're getting a nice cut, easier to cut the beard. And some people swear by using preps for the electric shaver, different powders and different liquids. I don't do that. It winds up irritating my overly sensitive skin. So we'll see how this comes out. Okay, so I'm probably as done as I can be. I've used this. It didn't take me, number one, as long as I thought it was going to be. And I have to tell you, it is a lot cleaner. I fully was expecting to be howling, to be ripping at, to be carving my beard. This thing actually did a very good job. So I've got to conclude something. I think that the whole fantasy behind, Brosnan going from this to this being movie magic, of course it was. I'm not, I'm a semi-realist, but I think that he could have done it. I think that I just proved it. I think he could have taken that bushy beard and carved it down a couple phases and at least be this shaven. I've got a couple little like irritation marks and things like that, but I think that's because I've had the beard for so long. And this was cleaned out once during this whole process, so you should know the process of using this. But all in all, I would say that it is bond approved. And I was able to get rid of my beard, and that's a huge deal. So experiment and tested, dink, I would say that that was incredibly successful. All right, for my next shave, you're asking yourself, am I moving to this? No, no, I'm gonna stick with my, traditional, 5-blade razor and get a baby smooth shave and, get it down to here. And we're gonna give the beard a little bit of rest for about a month until I come back from my holiday and trip to the tropical secret location. And then I'll probably regrow it depending on how cold it is. But this was great. I'm so glad we could dye another day and shave another day with this Norelco. This has been David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. We'll see you all real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond Experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.